Today I'm going to talk about how to hit the ball with topspin and also talk about the importance of being able to do so. So I have this Topspin Pro here. This is really good for getting the feeling of hitting topspin. Topspin means that the ball is rotating forward end over end. And the really good thing about this is, especially as you get to the higher levels, it allows you to hit the ball harder and still keep it in the court. It also allows you to hit that ball higher above the net, and then that topspin brings that ball down. And in some cases, it can actually make it more difficult for your opponent if you hit a good topspin, because that rotation, after it hits the ground, it often takes off. If you hit it high to begin with, it's gonna end up high at the end, putting that ball out of your opponent's strike zone. So the way that you wanna focus on hitting topspin is by leading with the top edge of the paddle first with a fairly neutral face. So especially when you're starting out, make sure that face is not closed, make sure it's not open, but neutral. So parallel to the ball, parallel to the net. And I'm going to come up into the ball leading with this top edge first. So I'm trying to maintain the same angle that I started with. So I start with this angle. I'm also finishing with that angle as well. And by doing this, by coming up this way on the ball, I'm causing it to rotate forward, dropping the head of my paddle so that it's easy to have this ability right here. So as I'm coming up, I'm keeping the same angle, so notice the back of my paddle is still facing me, still facing backwards. I'm swinging forward, but I'm focusing on leading with that top edge first. If I were to hit the ball flat, I'd be leading with the face first, but I'm hitting topspin, so I need to lead with that top edge first, which means it needs to be substantially lower than the ball before I come in for impact. As I get better at this, I can start doing more backswing, so take the paddle back, and I'm making that ball spin forward. So to get that feeling of brushing the ball and creating topspin, you can do it with the Topspin Pro like I just did, or you can even put it against the fence, pin it there, and then just practice rolling that ball up the fence. This will also work on the net as well. So you pin the ball against the white part of the net and you practice rolling it over the net. So again, I'm practicing this move here. I like to use progressions all the time. So I start simple and then go more complex. And so an example of the next progression could be I toss the ball to myself in line with my back foot, and I'm just gonna focus on going like this. So this is an extreme example, but my paddle is just gonna go straight up. So notice that it's not going forward at all in this example. So I toss it, so I drop the ball near my back foot and I come just straight up, just focused on getting that spin on the ball. The more behind me that I play the ball, the easier it is to swing straight up. So that's why I want you to drop the ball near your back foot. Start with your paddle head down behind your shoe and then just come straight up. See that rotation on the ball. If you're using a ball that's half orange, half yellow, it's very easy to see that topspin rotation. You can do the same thing if I'm right-handed. Dropping the ball near my back foot and then just coming straight up. Seeing if I can generate topspin on it. After I feel like I've got that down, then I can start doing more of a forward swing. So I still want this flavor where I'm leading with that top edge, flipping the paddle over, but I'm going to drop the ball a little further in front of me so it forces me to swing forward as I'm doing that. So dropping the ball in between my feet or closer to my front foot, I'm still starting with my paddle back so that it's simplified. And then I'm coming up, finishing over my shoulder, but notice the paddle's still at the same angle. So dropping it a little further in front this time. Focused on that edge coming up into the ball first. You want to have a high flying ball when you're doing this initially. And if you can hit it high and still keep it in the court, that usually means you're getting a lot of topspin because the topspin makes the ball go down. Once you've got that down, then you can start rallying with a partner or on a wall trying to hit topspin on every shot. I do like to try to slow the rally down though by bumping the ball to myself before I hit it back. So this allows me to create time for myself so I'm not in a rush, I'm more relaxed. I can focus on what I'm trying to do. A bump is simply tapping the ball up to yourself, letting it bounce again and then hitting it back. So every time that ball comes to me, I tap it up to myself and then I try to hit it back with topspin. So ball comes in, I tap it up to myself, set my paddle, and I hit it back with topspin. And then once you've got that down, you can take away the bump and start rallying, trying to hit topspin on every shot.